Hello traders, uh, welcome to today's analysis on gold. In the gold market, we are seeing the monthly is bullish, doing our top-down analysis starting from the month. So last month was a very interesting month, giving us a dodgy candle, really no volume, same as June 2024. Actually, we had the same scenario last year, and I don't know if it happened the previous year as well. Not really, but last year and this year we have had dodgy candles in the middle of the year. Uh, and Anyway, that's by the way. So we would want to see price going higher. We are currently bullish on gold. Weekly perspective, we have done price created a low at around 3,170, and which is with the all-time high, giving us this range for price to deal within this particular range right here. So what I'd want to see is this week continuing bullish, but then I would also like to see a simple reaction, a retracement, as happened yesterday, which was Tuesday. Today, I would like to see the continuation of bearish movement up to our target below here, targeting this inefficiency. Now, I look at weeks of a candle. My strategy is really simple. I always um, look at the weeks of candles like this as rejection blocks. Yes. Now, going down to the daily time frame, what we have here is the same analysis basically. Higher time frame swing traders would already buy at this area here, or entries are within this week here, the candle of this candle. I believe that's where swing traders would make their entries and put their stop losses just below. We are targeting prices higher. Now, we left a fair value gap on a daily chart, which I expect to be tapped into today or tomorrow before we proceed higher. Now we have NFP on Friday. I have no say about that. But what I can say is I can give you an expectation of what we might be seeing. On the 4-hour time frame, the breaker block still valid. Fair value gap on the daily also valid, this one. And we have actually come back into an area where we'd like to see some volatility kicking into the market. So this is what I would expect to see for today. I don't know if it's gonna play out that way. So movement this way, then we see a change in structure, and we initially start buying gold. But as we all know, gold is a very interesting pair, very, very interesting, and it can do anything at any time. Right now, we expect it to go lower, and it might just continue shooting higher. Going down to the hourly time frame, we are consolidating so far. My strategy is a scalping strategy, so when I see the market doing this, I normally stay away from the market. When I see the market doing all this, I try to stay away from the market and look for when we are going to move above or below this range. So I'm waiting for price to sweep one of these highs. Yeah. And if we try and look at let's see, sessions, the trading sessions, realize that this is the high of Asian session, and this is the low of the Asian session, and this is the low of yesterday's New York session. So these are actually liquidity areas with liquidity. This high, let me mark this out. This is buy side liquidity, clean buy side liquidity, and then this. Let me remove that. This is buy side. We swept London and New York high out. Asian session already formed a high, so we should see a sweep above and then continuation below. So we have buy side liquidity there, and then sell side liquidity resting just below after this high injection of volume into the market this morning at the market open. Now, yesterday we had, I think, an attack by Ukraine and Russia, which could also which affected the market thoroughly. Like, it took me out completely. I I was shocked. I was on a live stream and my trade just went kablooey. I really don't understand. But yeah, that's what happened. Let me remove the session indicators. Um, yeah, we're above the opening price, which is at 1700 UTC minus 4. So this is where I would be looking for sales. This area above here is where I would be looking for sales at the moment, since we are bearish. We are at a good point of our range. After sweeping this high, I would want to see price rally lower, sweeping yesterday's low and New York session before we continue our journey to the upside. Yeah, 15-minute time frame, still ranging the same thing. We still have the same thing. We should just be watching the market at the moment. There's nothing that we can trade during this London session currently. On gold, I wouldn't want to see. I would like to see anyone making an entry within this, unless you're really good at your scalping strategy or something. Yeah, it would really make no sense for you to actually do this. So this is my perspective of gold at the moment. This is my perspective. Higher, drop. I don't know. I'm a kind of trader who picks one direction and I stick to it. If I'm wrong, then I'm wrong. If I'm right, then that's good. But I would not want to keep changing or expecting bias to change. No, 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 no. If my bias is set, that is it. I'm done with that, and I don't want to look otherwise. Unless the market proves me otherwise, then I'll change my bias. Other than that, I take one side, and if it doesn't play out the way I expect it to, then I go back and do reanalyze and look for some other movement. And another thing is, if you look at yesterday's range from the high to the low, price is actually lingering between the equilibrium of that price action. And this is also a sign of indecision. So we have to just wait and see what could happen. Otherwise, yes, short-term bearish to the daily fair value gap, and then from there we look for bullish price action. Yeah, thank you for watching.